we spoke with Michael Kwamina. We're trying to get in contact with other government officials, and hopefully we'll make that contact in a short bit. But what we're trying to do at this time is get all signs of what's taking place, and we do have at this time on the line political commentator, and we also have columnist Ralph Maraj. Mr. Maraj, good morning. How are you?
Fine, Hema. Good to be with you.
Now, I want to get straight into the conversation. Your thoughts on the latest developments in the last 48 hours. This story that is almost a year old has taken another set of twists and turns.
Yeah, well, I think it's very troubling. It's a messy affair, really. The Prime Minister said that the committee did not interview Mr. Daryl Smith, former minister. Now we learn that indeed he was interviewed by the committee. So the Prime Minister has to explain to us, was he ill-informed or did he deliberately mislead the country? If it is the latter, it is a terrible indictment. But we have to wait on him for him to explain what he means by the committee did not interview Mr. Smith, when clearly Mr. Smith's lawyer is saying in the newspaper this morning that he was interviewed by the committee. That is one aspect of it. The other aspect of it is, of course, the whole relationship between the committee and Mr. Smith seems to be rather shabby. They apparently completed the report without giving him a chance to see what he has to say for himself with regard to the contents in the report, and apparently they also gave him excerpts of the report, which offended his lawyer, and she wrote to the committee about it. So all of these things have to be cleared up. But the most important thing for me at this time is for the Prime Minister to explain what he meant by the fact that when he said that Mr. Smith was not interviewed by the committee. Was he ill-informed? Did he know and was deliberately misleading the nation? We need to know. We need to hear from him, because the truthfulness of the Prime Minister is ought to be of supreme importance to Trinidad and Tobago.
Now, the Prime Minister questioned, and he said that he received legal advice and he's not acting on his own. He took he followed the example given under the live sports situation, and he said that he wasn't going to make the same mistake as in the past, and that he received, and I think Douglas Mendes has been identified as the man who gave the report to say that the process is flawed. So what do you expect to hear from the Prime Minister? If he's advised not to release the contents of it, should he still release it?
No, but he said both on radio and elsewhere, it's been reported that as far as he is concerned, the report is not usable, the report is not publishable, the report is useless because the committee did not interview Mr. Smith. We now know that the committee has interviewed Mr. Smith. The Prime Minister therefore owes the country an explanation. He cannot leave this matter hanging in the air where people are doubting whether he's speaking the truth or not.
Now, when you look at this entire scenario, this is now heading into a local government campaign and also into the countdown to 2020. Do you expect that this will weigh on the minds of the public?
I beg your pardon, what's your last question?
Do you think that this is going to weigh in any way or have any swaying power in the voting public?
Well, it could, minimally. There are two things that we have to take into consideration. The turnout in a local government election is not as big as it is in a general election. And of course, in the tribal situation of our politics, whatever the politicians do, particularly the leader, hardly impacts the tribal voter, the base of the party. And I expect it is the base of the party, the bases of the party, that will be the determining factor in this election. It may have some effect, but I don't expect it to have a massive effect. It all depends on what comes out of it. And for me, the critical thing is, and I think the critical thing is in the minds of the population is going to be whether the Prime Minister is speaking the truth to the nation. Did he deliberately mislead the nation when he said that Mr. Smith was not interviewed by the committee, or was he ill-informed about the way things turned out? He has to speak to the nation. Otherwise, a cloud will hang over his head. And that cannot be good for any nation with a cloud like this hanging over the head of its leader.
Looking at the way the Prime Minister handled this entire affair, and I'm talking about the fact that we first had the situation with the handling of Daryl Smith in relation to the Tobago weekend. I'm citing from an editorial this morning. The Tobago weekend frolic, he should have fired Daryl Smith in his Tobago weekend, paid for by taxpayers. Instead, he gave Smith a free pass. 3 months later, in March 2018, came even more dramatic media expose involving Smith, this time involving the allegations of sexual harassment and his ministry's $150,000 settlement to her, and also a non-disclosure agreement. Was this entire matter handled badly, and is it an indictment on the government's ability to deal with sexual harassment claims?
I think that the government has a lot of questions to answer. The role of the Attorney General, for example, and the then Minister in the Ministry of Legal Affairs, is now the Minister of National Security. Minister
Stuart Young?
Mr. Stuart Young. They were both in full-throated support of Mr. Smith in the Parliament. That there were questions were asked as to what role they played. Did they play any role in the fashioning of this non-disclosure agreement? There were very strong suspicions that they would have played a particular role in the non-disclosure agreement. I think they subsequently tried to deny it. But all of these matters ought to be investigated. We ought to know what happened. But did these matters come up in the course of the investigation by the committee? So I do not think, for example, that a non-disclosure agreement seeking to protect Mr. Smith could have been fashioned. All of this could have been taking place without the knowledge of the cabinet or senior people in the cabinet, so that, we have to know, and I think that we have questions to answer about how this matter has been handled.
Now, moving forward, the Prime Minister addressed the country yesterday. Subsequent to that, another story has broken saying the Prime Minister was not completely honest with the population. If the Prime Minister remains silent on this, what is going to be the outcome? Is it going to be another 7-day wonder?
I don't think so. I think for example, there are one or two other instances where the veracity and the truthfulness of the Prime Minister comes under question. For example, in the matter involving the Chief Justice said that he lobbied the Prime Minister to get housing for his friends, and that is one of the allegations of misbehavior made against the Chief Justice. The Chief Justice said that he did it, but the Prime Minister very belatedly denied that he did it. And the President of the Law Association makes a very damning statement on the Prime Minister's belated denial, especially in the light of the fact that the Chief Justice does not deny that he did indeed ask the Prime Minister. So the Prime Minister does not want to have develop a reputation where his truthfulness is under question. And of course, it will have a very serious effect if the nation feels that this Prime Minister is not really prone to telling the truth all the time. Then that it cannot be good for the nation. That is a very uneasy situation. After all, he is the leader of the country. He's taking important decisions on behalf of the country. We want transparency, we want accountability. That is what we've been calling for. And there are many, many issues under this administration where, it is very murky and we do not have full accountability and full transparency. So it cannot be good for the Prime Minister to have the impression that he may not be speaking the truth. And I think he needs to clear this up.
Now, looking at the fact that I see the Attorney General has also said, and the Attorney General, and I know that you have mentioned this, and also activist Kirk Waite has called on the Attorney General to make matters public. The Attorney General said that he retained Douglas Mendes. When he was asked by the Express newspaper, he said, "What can I tell you? The report was passed to me was woefully short, and regrettably, they're unusable. And I asked an independent person in the esteemed counsel in the form of Douglas Mendes for legal opinion. The opinion did not come from me. It came from the highly respectable Mr. Mendes, and he agreed with me that natural justice was not adhered to." So the Attorney General has said what he had to say. Is there anything else you want to hear from the Attorney General?
Well, I would really like the matter to be cleared up as to the role he may have played in the beginning with respect to the non-disclosure agreement. I think, as I said, there seems to be a violation of the laws of natural justice when the committee completed the report and did not give Mr. Smith a chance to read it before completing it. They did not give him the entire report, and that makes the situation rather murky as well. So it could be right. I am no lawyer. Mr. Menz is a lawyer. If he says that the report is unusable from that point of view, well then fine. Then we have to take that as you know, the view of a legal expert.
Sure.
But I think the report is also published this morning in the newspaper, in one of the newspapers, and so we have to look at it. But I come back to the main issue for me, the truthfulness of the Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago. That has to be of fundamental importance. We must know whether the Prime Minister is deliberately misleading the nation when he said what he said about Mr. Smith not being interviewed by the committee. We now know that the committee did in fact interview Mr. Smith, or was the Prime Minister misled? That is the critical thing for me, and I think it is the critical thing for the nation, going forward.
Mr. Maraj, thanks so much for taking our call, and we do appreciate that you took the time to speak with us this morning. We're going to take a quick break now, and when we come back, we'll have more for you. Stay with us. This is a Morning Brew. Earlier this morning, we spoke with attorney at law Michael Kwamina. He said that there's no conflicts of interest, and also he explained what his role was. We're going to continue to follow the story and open our phone lines in a short bit. Stay with us.